Hey guys, I'm Devin DeLima, and this week I'm broke as hell. Seriously, don't let the high quality production value of everything here fool you. A lot of these items are actually inherited gifts, or they're just straight up someone else's. So how does one deal with being broke? Well, to be honest, there are multiple ways. I think my go-to is like this. Oh God, why? Or you could deal with things in a much more mature, professional manner. It's okay. It'll all work out anyways. But then it hits you. The things that hit literally every single human being in the world, and you start to try to just not think about it at all. You attempt to tell yourself that everything is okay, that you'll make it through. But you can't lie to yourself about it for forever, because there's no possible way to do so. Ooh.
Feed me! Feed me!
Feed me! So now you're freaking out a little bit. I mean, you can't just assume that you're gonna grow out of hunger. I mean, no one grows out of hunger. Instead, you need to find food to eat. But oh my God, what are you craving? Some fast food. Something from out there in the world that, surprise, you can't afford at all. Why now? Why don't I just crave condiments right now? You get the idea. You think about it, but you can't let yourself do it. You want to, but you can't just bring yourself to add to credit card debt, but part of you just doesn't care. You want something amazing to eat. A fried chicken sandwich, French fries, a goddamn milkshake. Anything that will fill the void that is your stomach. And now, all you can think about is how you've earned this meal. I earned that meal now. I mean, I definitely earned that meal now. That's it, I totally earned this meal. When in reality, no, you didn't. I mean, you didn't even earn enough to really earn much of anything, to be honest. You started to daydream about all the different types of food that you could afford to eat if you were rich. What would you eat? Would you just never feel hunger again if you could afford to eat anything and everything that you wanted? Living paycheck to paycheck as a millennial is nothing new, which is kind of sad, huh? We're expected to make it in the world by starting out right out of college with upwards to $100,000 of debt. And most of us who can't even afford to buy a house are expected to pay off a damn mortgage within a few years. Obviously, this only applies to the United States because life sucks. I've started to think about something that someone once told me though, and I've tried to remember it. It told me that they remember being the happiest that they've ever been in their life while being broke as hell. Those are the moments that make us or break us as humans, and it can help us a lot in growth and development when it comes to who we're going to grow to be. Now, obviously, that doesn't work for everything when you're like, Devin, I don't care about that, I'm hungry. And trust me, I get it. It's a lot more of a big picture thing than it is an actual tangible thing that you can feel in the moment. But man, I remember laughing and having fun even when I was really broke. I don't remember the days of eating only one Pop-Tart in the morning and one in the evening because that's literally all I could afford to eat. Or the days when I thanked God that I worked in the food industry because that meant that I had a ton of free food to be able to take home because that was the only way I was going to be able to pay rent. Instead, I remember drinking cheap wine with my friends in my apartment and laughing into the summer nights. I remember saving up money so that I could paint a red accent wall in my living room and being so damn proud of that place when I was done. I remember going to other people's pools to swim during the day and laughing at myself while I scrounged up change from under the cushions so that I could just have enough to get like a quarter of a tank of gas just to get there. Is this the ideal world for anyone to grow up in? Hell no. But damn it, it taught me more than I ever could express because when I was broke AF, I learned about savings and staying on top of bills. And while I feel broke this week, I'm on top of my stuff. Trust me, pay off a huge amount of credit card debt and you learn how to stay on top of your bills. What about you? If you feel like you're broke in the wallet, how are you rich in other parts of your life? What could you be doing differently to keep your head on straight? Comment down below and let me know. Also, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and hit subscribe. I put out new videos every single Saturday. Also, this week on Ranger Reviews, we introduced the Evil 6 Ranger and saw the aftermath of what that was like. So check those out too every Tuesday and Thursday. I love you guys so much and I'll see you guys next week for another brand new video. Later!